It's morning, and that means it's time for Rotten Mornings. The best way to start your morning off rotten.
Good morning, Matt.
Good rotten morning, Scott.
Good God.
I'm here. You can hear me. I'm here. Hey.
No, I can hear you just fine.
No, I mean, I know, but I'm like, I wasn't here yesterday, so I'm going to kind of fill up some time, you know?
Oh, okay. Be my guest.
No, that was it.
Actually, you're a host.
Be my host.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, as a joke, it doesn't.
Sung from a parasite.
Yeah. Go ahead and get your Disney in early. I like it.
I know, right.
Boom. How you doing this morning?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. I'm starting to lose my voice, so I've got to drop some octaves and try to hang on to it. I'm sure it will break here and there.
That's okay. Mine will as well. And if I don't drop into an accent sometime during this podcast, we'll be lucky.
Wait, we'll be lucky if you don't?
Yes.
Ah, gotcha.
Because I say...
Yeah, I was going to say, well, I don't declare that you would be doing that. I'd probably never even notice. I don't see why you would believe such a terrible travesty upon yourself.
It's just one of the things that'll make me a man. We've got a lot to cover, Matt.
Yeah, we do. What do we have to cover?
Oh, we've got to cover 2 days worth of reviews.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and you have had plenty of time to prepare. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I've had ample bosom.
You do have an ample bosom. Hate it when you call me that, but okay.
That's your pet name. So we've got to talk about Friday and Saturday. Am I correct about this?
That's right, because today is Sunday.
Gotcha. So let's just start from the tippity-too on Friday. Now there's been 2 episodes of Rotten Morning, so I don't know what the hell we were talking about on that day. Probably witches. No, that was Thursday. No, that was Friday. Oh my God! Wow.
Right. Yeah.
That's even harder. Okay, I got this. I can do this. After that, we had the unfinished reviews, episode 5, and I believe that was in Sanitarium.
Okay.
From 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Great haunt. Love that haunt. It was a fun little review. Of course, very, very little review on these things because it's just a couple older clips that I had. After that, we had Rotten Strips. Episode 16 was quite a hoot. Basically, what you got to see was a very artistic rendition of what it's like to make these episodes. Not these episodes, but those episodes.
Yeah. For clarity, not these. These are well planned.
No. Exactly the opposite. We don't worry about this because we just see this.
Oh, fair.
And then we went live from Nightmare at 3008, and that was a great time. We had a great time out there.
Yeah, I look forward to that haunt every year. Nick and them are fantastic people, and they put together a great haunt.
Yeah, and we had Hammerman did some plugs for the place out there while we were out there, and man, just they're so freaking metal, dude. They kicked my ass, dude. I felt like an old man walking out of that place.
That's how it is every time we go, where we're just exhausted.
I can't. My voice is gone. I felt like I've been running and screaming and laughing and I've been in a fridge. I've been chained to a wall, thrown in multiple fireplaces. I don't know. They were like, y'all want the extreme treatment, right? And it was extreme.
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
So that was our Friday?
Yep, that was Friday. So we moved to Saturday, and I liked your episode Saturday morning about Cannibal the Musical. That was really good.
No, that was about cannibals. Oh no, it
Oh,
was about Alfred Packer.
oh,
There's one
I just
cannibal.
I thought it was just about Cannibal the Musical.
Okay, that's fair. Honestly, I couldn't hear it. The audio was very, very quiet. I have no idea what I said.
It was good. I put it on a speaker and cranked it on like Uber.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so then after that, we had episode 5 of Rotten House, which was my Tombstone tutorial episode, which was fun.
I love that movie.
I hate you.
Directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
And after that, we had the Unfinished Reviews episode 6, which was ironically our Nightmare at 3008 review from last year.
Not even planned.
Not planned at all. Yeah, and then we had Rotten Strips episode 17,
which I enjoyed. It continues with the Curaton theme and what is rotten.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought back an older character from the Quarantine, and I brought back the original character from the first episode, the monster-headed guy.
You did bring back footage from the Quarantine. The I didn't think you would notice. But,
I thought it was the only way I could be that. And I didn't want to make another news character.
Uh-huh.
So, yep.
I see. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, it's funny what happens when you've got 4 minutes left to make an episode.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till all the fucking cats up at Hellbilly Hollow see all the parts that I put in of their stuff. Man, it's so funny watching videos that Grimm takes up there because, like, when they don't know that I'm going to watch them, like, Hellbilly Hollow has a tendency to say if you're doing something like really dumb and like insane on camera, they call it pulling a rotten.
Wow.
We have become a catchphrase, my man.
Well, I don't like it.
I love it.
Oh, I mean, I love it. That's what I meant. I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. I'm on the wrong page of the script, man.
Yeah, flip over. And dude, we hit 1,500 likes on Facebook. We went from 1,350 to 1,510 in like 2 days.
Yeah, we were in the 1,200s earlier this month. I took a screenshot because I figured we were going to start getting some likes, and so we've had about 300 people like us, and we don't know why.
One of those people, the girl, did you see the commercial that was in the middle of the episode for the Creatures dolls?
I did see a commercial in the middle of the episode.
It was a lady reached out to Brandy and was just like, "Hey, you ever thought about having a baby doll made to look like you?" And Brandy was like, "Not really." Oh my God.
Nope.
Yeah, nope. And I was like, well, find out what she's talking about. That could be cool. And then she was like, she said, well, hey, I make dolls. And she was like, well, we're rotten. And she was like, oh, I've heard of you guys, and then she liked our page and she went on there and started watching different videos and liking them. And then Brandy decided to commission a couple of rotten dolls of us.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they'll have the Rotten Review shirts on, and they'll be like our mask from Single Tree Lane.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Yeah. And so I put the commercial in there, and they actually shared up the post where I was talking about hitting 1,500 and said, go give these guys a like from their actual company, not from their personal Facebook page.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it was awesome.
Last night.
Yes. Last night, I could not go live.
I couldn't either, Matt. You couldn't go live?
I couldn't go live because I had zero connection. I couldn't even post up like on Facebook, like, hey, I'm here. Like I had no service whatsoever.
I had the same thing where I was. I had a signal, but I think so many people were using that little tiny signal that nothing came out.
Yeah. That's where I was at. There's no use in it. I tried to even just look at Facebook to put a couple of posts up like, hey, sorry, it was not happening at all.
Oh man, there's so many things about these haunts I want to talk about in these podcasts, but I kind of want to save them for the special episode podcast that we'll have.
Yes.
But you were at Mountain Creek.
Yes, in Verbena, Alabama.
Mm-hmm. And I got to go out to Terror on the Coast in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Finally getting to go out and do something, huh?
Yeah, man. And I had cash.
Oh, look at you. Look at you.
Yeah, I drove 2 hours to the Bailey's Firehouse in Meridian, Mississippi to do our very first Mississippi haunt. We have not reviewed a Mississippi haunt, and got there and they didn't take cards.
Yeah. You gotta, every haunt, man, like we always tell people.
Cardinal rule.
I mean, the bottom line is like there are a lot of haunts that take cards. Yes. But there are a lot of haunts that don't take cards. So just to be safe, always have cash on you.
Yeah, and I do not carry cash. I don't like cash. I thought, especially like right now with like COVID and stuff, that like people would be like, cashless transactions. I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah, it's funny you thought that about the haunt business.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to say this, though, and I may make a post on it on our page here later today. Fun tip, if you go out to a haunt and it's cold outside, a good way to stay warm is to wear a mask.
Yeah, yes. It actually keeps your face nice and warm.
Nice and toasty. And that's what we need on these cold nights.
Toasty faces.
Toasty faces.
I mean, I say this about masks, too. Like, going into the wintertime, I've always wanted to have something over my nose and mouth to keep me warm, but it was always just weird. Now, dude, I'm good to go outside. I'm putting my mask on to walk the fucking dog, dude.
I hear you. The haunt in Meridian, I think I was the only person who was wearing a mask. And then the haunt in Gulfport, there was a few more people wearing masks, and when I started coughing, there was a few more people who put on masks. So, sometimes you have to salt the mind, as it were.
Yeah. Out at Mountain Creek, it was a mixed bag. Some people had masks, some people didn't. But nobody was up on top of you. Everybody was kind of keeping their distance if you weren't with their group. I mean, I was there by myself, but it's me, so.
Right.
Most people thought I was a haunt actor, so they always are like looking at me thinking I'm about to go boogity boo.
Oh man. I gotta tell you, speaking of like, just like, oh, that guy's scary, or that thing is scary. I'm standing in line at this haunt, we're ready to go in, right? And they have like a stage show going on, and then like this is not a the intro to The Purge. How that goes?
Oh yeah, the
yeah. This is not a drill. This is a real emergency. And then,
the sound of the bell, the purge will begin. It will be 24 hours. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's cool. All of us gathered together in this big group, and then they start the purge. I thought that was a cool thing to play.
Yeah.
Well, then not terrifying to me. A Pennywise came out,
right,
and like popped like 2 or 3 balloons which sounded like gunshots.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, if you see where I'm going with that, you don't like where I'm going with that.
So people start rushing around.
Just everybody hid.
Oh.
No, they didn't. People responded in exactly the same way people would respond if they heard gunshots. What was that? Well, it's all of us getting murdered is what that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Damn.
anyway, I would like to jump into these haunts a little bit later on, but we're going to go ahead and wrap up this section for now. And if you want to, stick around, and we're going to come back with our supernatural section here shortly.
Yes. You guys have a rotten morning.
Hey, before we go, Matt, should we tell them what's coming up today or keep them guessing?
Oh, what is good point? Good point. I mean, I'm guessing shit.
That's fair. Guys, starting in the morning, when you started this episode,
It was
an
this.
episode of Rotten Mornings.
That's right. We're doing that joke every episode, motherfuckers. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, it is number 18. Rotten Mornings number 18, which, according to my math, we are a third of the way through.
Oh, you're doing that. Okay, well, let's leave it there. Let's table that for now. So on after that we'll have the
we must have gotten disconnected. We were talking about what's coming up today.
Yes, we can't remember. Did we say Rotten House Part 6, which is Part 1 of the spider webs?
We didn't.
Oh, well, that is going to be Part 1 of the spider webs today.
Okay.
And after which we'll have a new episode of Rotten Strips. 18.
Fingers crossed on that.
Fingers crossed on all of these, let's be honest.
Okay. For the first time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be honest.
Hey, you know what's always funny with those Rotten Strip episodes? Nothing. It seems like, okay, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. But it seems like the ones that I put all the work into and I get it done last minute, right? I watch it and it was like, it's okay. And then the ones that I like slap together, I'm like, damn, that was actually pretty good.
Dude, the one that I shot entirely in my car while I'm sitting outside of a emergency room and can't go anywhere and can't get anything to film. That's one of my favorite episodes.
Right? It's always the ones that I put the least amount of effort in, and I'm like, man, I think it's like pay, right? Like, if you don't put a lot of effort into it, you're like, damn. But if you do put a lot of effort into it, you're like, damn it.
That's fair. That's fair. So we've got some stuff coming up today, and had a pretty good night, and that's awesome.
It was a good haunt weekend this weekend.
Good deal. Those are always the best.
Always.
Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up, and then join us after the awkward introduction for our next section.
Yes, join us. Or not. Have a rotten morning.
Have a rotten morning. Ooh, the spooky music. That means it's time for the supernatural section. This one's about Frankenstein. So let's listen as we talk about Frankenstein. Little different one this morning. Little different. This was a creation of Mary Shelley. We were talking about Frankenstein's monster today.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I felt like, even though Frankenstein's monster is not specifically a cryptid, it is an iconic Halloween monster.
Mm-hmm. I can agree with that. I would easily say that Frankenstein was the beginnings of what zombies eventually became.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably, if we look through world history at different things, there probably was zombie stories prior to the Frankenstein monster.
I don't know.
But it definitely is. This is something that has returned from the dead.
Yeah, and it was like, I guess maybe in the case of, it was one of the first science fiction like monsters, because
Sure.
technically that's sci-fi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is like medical sci-fi, which
Yeah,
really wasn't a huge genre at that point.
yeah.
I one of the things that I have been thinking about with it, I had read a little snippet online, and it was like, Victor Frankenstein, he had created the body, or he brought the body back to life, and didn't really do well with that. So he really is the monster.
Yeah.
And then people are like, for the last time, Frankenstein, the doctor's name is Frankenstein, and this is the monster. And it's like, no. Frankenstein is the monster.
Is the monster.
Mm-hmm. It kind of goes with what we've talked about in other episodes. In yesterday's episode, where we're talking about Alfred Packer being the monster, we talked about this in the Zombies with Night of the Living Dead. People are the monster.
Yeah.
That's just a recurring thing. The creature that he made, or the human that he brought back to life, was just, he didn't ask to come back.
Well, I mean, if I created a wood splitting machine that all it did was split wood, why would I be mad if it split wood? You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I mean, I made it to do that. So with Frankenstein's, like, the doctor made him to do what he did, and yet he was a monster. Like, it doesn't make any sense just because it looked like a human. Like, if the doctor had reanimated a Sawzall, maybe they'd be like, well, it's killing shit, but it's still a Sawzall. It's doing what it's supposed to.
Yeah, I don't think Frankenstein's monster, and at some point we're going to have to call this thing just Frankenstein for the sake of shortening the name. But
Call him Bub.
We could call him Bub. But I was thinking earlier, if you watch Young Frankenstein,
Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah. I just, all the taunts and my damn voice is trash.
I heard that. If you watch Young Frankenstein, the brain that Igor picks out is
abnormal.
Called, yeah, so Frankenstein's monster was really Abby. Wow, not everyone realize that. But where was I going with that?
Well, I don't know. That bodes the question: does the brain contain the thing?
Yeah, are you your brain?
Yeah. Or was he his heart? Or was he his, senses? Or was he, what is?
Right.
Was he the conscious electrical charge that was captured and put inside of him to animate his cells?
Ooh, see, that's a good one. I was going to say we would probably agree that the thinking part would be the brain. Right?
Yes, but the brain can't think without the electricity. So technically, the electrical charge is the lifeline of the body. Because you think about it, your whole entire cellular structure is an electrically charged thing. You always have a charge to you. So your brain has electricity in it. That electricity can move to every part of your body and controls your body with that charge.
Right.
And when people think they see that tunnel of light when they're dying, that's just because their senses aren't working and they're literally that electrical charge traveling down the brain until it pitters out and goes away.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Like, what if the lightning bolt that hit Frankenstein's monster was somehow inherently evil?
Or if it was just, I mean, I don't know. See, that bodes an interesting thing. Like, we know for a fact you can have organ failure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody has a bad heart, you're like, dude, he just has a bad heart. There's literally nothing they can do. He was born with a bad heart, right?
Right.
So the electricity itself didn't make the heart bad. It was the part that was bad.
Right.
So what if a part that he had in his system was bad and the electricity was just conscious? See what I mean?
Yeah. I,
Like they joke in Young Frankenstein about the abnormal brain. Like the brain wasn't itself alive. It needed the electricity to live. So the electricity is actually the conscious.
okay.
And when the conscious swims in that brain, that heart, those lungs, maybe that makes it evil.
Maybe so. Maybe so. So a couple other things about the iconic look of Frankenstein. Do you think there was any reason for him to have a flat head?
And no,
But he's so iconically flat-headed.
I think it just gave Boris Karloff that extra, couple of inches to make him look more imposing.
I always wondered why, if a scientist was going to bring someone back from the dead that had impaired motor control skills, he put them in platform boots.
Yeah.
To me, it seems like an odd choice.
I think just Frankenstein is so like strong that if he took a step and it wasn't weighted down, he would like kick himself into space.
Well, it's probably something that hasn't ever been theorized before, but
Well, I mean, think about it. When you lift your leg, there's a force to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know your own strength, when you punch something, you could punch through it, right?
Sure.
Or kick through it. So if you're taking a step and you don't know your own strength and it's like astronomical, what if you just like kick yourself up because you're technically moving? I don't know.
So
I'm just trying to figure out a way to have like weighted boots on him for whatever reason.
yeah, no, I see what you're trying to do. Uh, Basically, guys, if you're checking out this podcast for the first time, understand that we firmly believe that if Frankenstein was in flip flops, he could defy gravity.
Yes, we firmly believe that. Just like Kung Fu Hustle. That's all I got to say.
You don't even have to say anything more. That's exactly what it is. So we've got platform boots. We've got a flat head. Green.
Yeah, green. I guess that's just because they thought rotten skin, maybe.
Now, I know a lot of people who are rotten.
No, ooh, good one.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, wasn't the first Frankenstein like not green?
Well, the first film version was in black and white, so.
Yeah. So what color was he in the black and white version?
Mauve?
I mean, like, if Boris Karloff was a peach-colored white fella, was the head like peach-colored also?
I don't know.
And if you saw that in color, would he look like sort of like a weird version of The Simpsons if he's not painted green?
That would be so great if the original Boris Karloff Frankenstein was Bart Simpson colored. That actually is super terrifying. The what was it? The orange guy that was in Sin City.
Yeah, the yellow bastard.
Yellow bastard. Yeah, like that. That super harsh color, for some reason, was unsettling.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
The bolts in the neck. Was that part of the original story, or was that something added?
The bolts in the neck. I think they just, I think it was because it was the idea of having those two terminals.
Right. I'd have to go back and reread the original book, but I think that I was always kind of felt like that was an artist rendition in the same way that who was it? Sherlock Holmes. Like he never smoked a pipe like that. He smoked
Yeah,
cigarettes.
the little crooked pipe thing.
Yeah, that was all from an illustrator. Even his fox hunter's hat, he didn't wear that in the book. He did like opium and didn't really
Yeah,
wear a hat, you know.
exactly.
So sometimes the artist or the illustrator paints us a picture that becomes iconically that.
Yeah, I mean, Boris Karloff is the one that bolted. So
Yeah, yeah, a lot of that. I think the top, the flat head, the platform. I think all of that came from Universal Studios' version of Frankenstein.
yeah,
I don't remember. Wasn't there a Robert De Niro Frankenstein movie?
ooh,
Frankenstein Unbound?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember any part of that movie except one little scene. There's a scene where the alien hands the gun to Danny Glover, and that's all I remember. Damn it. And that's
Yeah,
probably the most iconic scene.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a Frankenstein with Thomas Jane in it, where he's like a Frankenstein character.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, I'd like to see
but he
that
just
one.
kind of looks like Thomas Jane, but he's stitched together. Like it's implied that he is Frankenstein.
Right.
Yeah, but it's more like sort of like the way that Van Helsing was. It was more of an actiony type of fantasy movie.
I see. I see. I think.
And
I think. Oh, go
we
ahead.
have to mention, of course, one of the classic Frankenstein offshoot horror movies. And that is, and I mean classic, because I saw stuff in that movie like body horror I'd never seen in anything. Frankenhooker.
That's so weird. In my script, it said that you were going to talk about Frankenweenie.
Oh God, not Frankenweenie, Frankenhooker. Have you
Oh,
seen Frankenhooker? Oh my
yeah,
God, Frankenhooker is the best.
yeah. Um,
Like there's like a freezer full of like dead body parts that gets the serum on it, so it's like this Cronenberg like leg, arm, head thing that comes out and starts killing people. That shit is beautiful.
that's awesome. Matt, I heard earlier today there was a sign outside of the local whorehouse, and it said, "Hey, we're closed. Beat it."
Beat it.
uh,
That's funny you say that. I heard a joke tonight. What's worse than ants in the pants?
you got me.
Uncles.
Wow. That is worse somehow. Um, cool, man. Well, that's kind of what we wanted to talk about with Frankenstein. I don't, excuse me, I don't think that Frankenstein inherently is scary.
I don't think Frankenstein is scary, but a big Galuka son of a bitch that smells like dead and is dead colored might scare the hell out of me if it fucking just started mumbling and coming my way.
That's fair.
So it might not be scary and like, Frankenstein doesn't scare me, but I bet you if you were back to a wall and that thing was coming at you, you'd be scared of it.
We Frankenstein is always attributed to like strength that possibly has to do with the brain limiting our strength, and if we sever our limitations, then we're more powerful.
Yeah, I could see
So
that.
yeah,
The idea of like, you don't want to do this or that because you're like, ooh, I'm at my breaking point. I can't do that.
mm-hmm. We had
And
talked about the theory that like pain is a thing that like stops us from hurting ourselves as a
yeah,
possible theory. Um, and then if you don't have pain receptors, then there's nothing that you wouldn't do or nothing that would stop you from being impossibly strong.
Well, and I have heard stories of people who were born without pain receptors, and it is not a good thing.
Oh no, they have
It is a
terrible
very, very,
lives.
very bad thing.
Yeah,
Because I mean, like you sit on the eye of an oven and you don't know. I mean, like that's got to be terrifying.
yeah. Burn your entire butthole off.
My whole butthole is burnt off. What did you do, oven?
What did you do to me, oven? I can smell burnt butthole.
You said, "What did you do to me?"
Get out.
You said, "Doo doo."
I think the story of Frankenstein came prior to how many body limb transplants that we do currently as part of modern life.
Was Frankenstein around? Well, was written around the time we started having uh, the theater of the surgery theaters or whatever.
I think it came, or I wouldn't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hey guys, Rotten Reviews here. If you guys could just do a little checkup for us and do some, you know, just help us out.
Yeah, if you guys could just do the podcast, that'd be great.
Yeah, could you guys just do the podcast for us? It'd be great.
Yeah, that would be great. Anybody who wants to do the podcast, just let us know by doing the podcast.
Yes, just do the podcast and let us know.
Let us know when it's up. Well, we might listen. We might not.
We probably won't though. If it's not us, it's probably not as good.
And if it is us, it's definitely not good.
Yeah.
So, but it's there's less narcissism when it's other people's stuff that's not good.
Yeah. We think we're better than everybody and we hate our stuff. So what do you think that means?
Well, from a psychological point of view, we don't know what that means. I was thinking earlier, I was like, this is literally the best podcast series we have ever created, and that's nothing to brag about. And I've lost you. Well, I'm going to try to get you back. Maybe I can bring you back from the dead. And you're alive?
I'm alive! Oh my God, you did it!
He is alive! Alive!
Kill me.
No shit. Okay. Well,
You guys go ahead and finish the podcast for us because clearly we can't do it.
Yeah, I was like, hey, anybody can do the podcast? Go ahead. And Matt turns his phone off and goes home.
Yeah, I thought we had that covered. I thought that was it.
Yeah, we didn't have anybody sign up for that, though, Matt.
Yeah, but they will.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know.
Like they do.
Be a little bit more positive, Dick.
That's actually my my Halloween costume this year. Positive Dick. Wow. I'm an outie this year. All right. Well, guys, we don't have anything else to say about Frankenstein's monster.
Nope, that's about it.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining us, I guess, for this.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for joining us. It means so much that you listen to our stuff. Hey, little throw out what was it called? Creepy Creatures with a Z. You guys check them out. Girl makes handmade personalized baby dolls. It's very cool.
That is very cool. You guys have a rotten morning.
Have a rotten morning, guys.